Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this presentation of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division, live here on the UPSL Soccer YouTube channel. My name is Larry Weaver. Thank you so much for watching. We have an interesting one for you today. UMAFC taking on Limeno, Georgia. Two teams that are battling in the conference for Premier Division action into the playoffs. Take a look at the leaderboard as it stands right now here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Kalanchi Pro Profile at the top of the table with 19 points. Limeno, Georgia in second. UMA is in seventh. Top eight teams will move on to the playoffs. You see Georgia Revolution, Potros, Dalton, Georgia Athletic, and North Georgia United are the remaining seats in the top eight. Bottom two teams, 13th and 14th, they will be relegated down to the Division I next season. Look at the lineups for today's matchup. Keep an eye on UMA. No starting Tony Kim for UMA. So that'll be interesting to see what they can do. They're going to have to rely on Holstrom, Stanton, and Deyo to be able to bring on that system. They kind of play in a 3-5-2 type of scenario. Limeno, Georgia, a 4-3-3. Keep an eye on Stanley Etienne and Panagos. Panagos is a late start for Limeno, Georgia. The Orta brothers, the Gutierrez brothers will always bring it for Limeno, Georgia. Take a look really quick at the Golden Boot race that we have here in the Georgia Conference. Nazario Mbamio for Potros FC, still at the top of the table with 12 goals. Emmanuel Lam, Ronald Maradiaga with North Georgia United in that second and third tied. And then Usman Fall and Jip Vende Essen. Those are our top five Golden Boot. It's going to be UMA, and it's going to get us started here in the first half. They're in the black kits. They're moving from left to right. Limeno, Georgia in the blue and yellow kits. They're moving from right to left. Thank you guys so much for watching here on the UPSL Soccer YouTube channel. We are about to get underway here in Seal, Alabama. It is a scorcher right now, 87 degrees. Feels like about 93. Add in about another 5 to almost 10 degrees on that turf surface down here at Russell County High School Stadium. Deflected long ball there, but it still gets into the UMA attack. Able to get a touch on it. Trying to keep it in. It's going to be knocked out. It'll be a goal kick. UMA has been at the bottom of the table throughout a good portion of this spring season. A good form of run these last few weeks has found them move up the table into playoff contention. As I said, the top 8 teams will make it on into our playoff system down here in the Georgia Conference. Be a throw for Limeno. coming in today's matchup. Limeno, 6 wins, 3 losses, no draws, have scored 21 goals so far. UMA, they've come into this match, 4 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, but have scored 32 goals. The last matchup for UMA was a 7-2 win over North Georgia United here at Russell County High School Stadium. Limeno's last match was a 5-1 victory over Fountain City FC, home over at Meadowbrook High School in Norcross, Georgia. Bit of a drive from home for Limeno, Georgia, down here to Seal, Alabama, about 2.5 hours. Give or take. Back to Medina. He surveys the field. He'll send it long. Deflected, but still in control of Limeno. Working through center circle, coming here to the near side. Orta will try to switch the field. He's able to do so. 1 times forward. That one going to nobody. It's going to go back to Schultes. Pressed down hard. He's able to release it, but it went right to Limeno. Coming over here to the near side. Slotted across. Just not able to get that one right. It'll be a offsides is what they called. That was a little bit of a late call by the AR, but offsides was the call. Ferez with a good ball across. Sent long for UMA. Able to control it is Velez. Nice pass forward. Gets it to Collins. Collins thought about a back heel. He elected to hold on to it. Battling there. Deflected by the canopies as they have to use it because it is just so warm down here in Seal, Alabama. Collins square passed it over but loses possession. Now that one will roll out. It'll be really easy to see the touchline for you at home. You're going to see that maroon part of the pitch that's used primarily for American football, but just followed that black line. Some of these pitches that we have throughout the Georgia Conference, being that they have to be on these multi-platformed surfaces, can be difficult to pick up that touch line. Working out of the back is Limeno, Georgia. UMA send it long, but unfortunately not able to get the pass right. It's going to go over here to Luis Orta. He's got space to move forward. Down the near line, cut off, controlled by Etanin. He's able to get it forward. Shot taken, and that one is just off the mark. It was a good pass, but just not able to get it completely on frame is Limeno. Be a goal kick for UMA. Said right now Limeno is battling for that ability to be in. Here's another shot taken. That one, UMA is battling to be in the playoffs. So once you make it into the playoffs, everything starts over. Top 4 teams will be home field throughout the playoffs, at least week 1, and then after week 1, it'll be the top seed for the remainder. Schultes uses all of his power to get that one forward. Good ball into the box, headed! It's in the back of the net. The goal for UMA. What a good set of play there. Good ball into the box. take a look again at this setup of play. Gets it over on the far side. You see him calling for it. It bounces perfectly for him, and he heads it. Goal for UMA. I believe that was Velez with the goal. I believe it was Carlos Velez, indeed, who did score that goal in the 7th minute. So 1-0 UMA. Limeno, Georgia had a little bit of travel delay for some of their players that they were coming all the way up there from Norcross, Georgia. That's one thing about this UPSL Georgia Conference is very, very vast. Some of these teams are making 2.5 and sometimes 3-hour drives. Hope everybody is enjoying this Memorial Day weekend. Celebrating all of those that have served in our armed forces, especially those that made the ultimate sacrifice. We appreciate everybody who has provided service for us here in the United States. Limeno just a little off so far. Let's see if they can get back into this. They lose the ball at center circle, automatically back to the defense. It's one thing about this UMA team, and especially this Limeno team, neither one of these teams are a team that would park the bus, appear to say. They're both attacking style teams. So no matter what the score line is, they're going to continue to attack and continue to look to put points on the board. Velez loses it. UMA still in possession. Good turn. But gets to the defense. Limeno will go back to Medina. He'll come over here to his left back, Ramirez. Or, excuse me, Panagos. Schulte's able to keep that ball in. Good work by the defender. UMA working out of the back. Velez down the line. Trying to get it to Dioy. Good little touch there. But it goes to a throw for Limeno. Good footwork there by Limeno. Get it to Monroy. Monroy. He'll look for it to go long down the far channel. Not able to keep that in, and it will roll out, be a throw for UMA. Able to get that ball forward. There's an opportunity. UMA able to clear it. Center official had flagged, it looked like advantage for maybe a foul, but still Goes back to Limeno. Limeno will come all the way over here to the near side. Going to look around Villagomez. He'll go back to Garibay. Garibay will make forward. He'll send it long. But cut off by UMA. I believe a foul called there on Limeno. Back underway. Again, UMA probing this Limeno squad. Headed, controlled, trying to fight through. Medina with the save, still bouncing around. Knocked out, will be a corner for UMA. That ball trying to find its way into goal. Medina having to really work hard there. As you see, as this ball comes in and it is headed forward in a good spot. He's able to get a touch on it, gets through two defenders, has the shot. Medina saves it the first time, and then as it bounces around in the chaos, it makes its way out for a corner. This will be an in-swinger. Conversation between the players, just keeping them under control. Here comes the in-swinger, low, bouncing through, straight up into the air. Headed away by Limeno. UMA easily able to control it. Pass back to Schultes. He comes way out of his box to send this one forward. Limeno headed. And that'll be chested out. It'll be a throw for Limeno. Limeno with the ball over there on the far channel yet again. Good moving forward. Trying to come centrally. He takes a shot, but it's right into the hands of Schultes. That was a assist for Aiden Collins on that goal by Camilo Velez. In the 7th minute for UMA. Limeno. Come over here to the near side. Luis Orta will give it to Villagomez, who'll give it over to Garibay. Turn. Give it back to Garibay. And he'll come back over here to Villagomez. And now Orta, he'll send it down the channel, gets it forward. Right back through and back to Villagomez. This Limeno Georgia squad likes to play from the back to build the foundation of the movement forward. That'll be a foul on Aiden Collins. Quickly back underway is Limeno over to the far side. Not able to keep in that pass. Not the best from Ferez, as Eduardo Gutierrez was trying to get to it. It was just a little too far in front of him. Throw in for UMA, and that'll be a foul. Howler will send it long, but headed back forward by Limeno. Good touch there. through center circle. Down here to the near channel. Carlos Orta is there, but he's just not able to be a step in front of number 20, Fletcher Clifford, the captain of UMA. UMA sends it out, but right back into possession of Limeno for a second. Cut off by Limeno. They will clear. Back heel, little pass from Nicolas Gutierrez, but that one cut off by UMA. Limeno able to get it forward. Good press automatically on Carlos Orta. He's fighting to get it back, able to do so. And that one knocked out as soon as Carlos was trying to gain possession. Anderson was right there to challenge him for UMA. Be a throw. Limeno, switch it up. Stanley Etienne, he tried to send it over to the far side to Panagos, but it'll be knocked out and it'll be a throw for UMA. Back and forth, we'll go it again. UMA come over here to the near side. Is he able to keep the touch in? He is. Back into the box. Just a clobbering between Medina and his defender. And it allows UMA to simply slot it into the back of the net for another goal for Velez here in the 19th minute. And it's UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. You have to take a look at this one again. You got to feel bad for Medina here for Limeno, Georgia. You see this ball over here to the far side. He's able to get it on touch, puts it into the box, and the defender just clobbers into Medina. And it allows Velez to just, calm as you would like it, just put it into the back of the net. And it is 2-0. UMA over Limeno, Georgia. Not going Limeno's way. It looked like Drew Stanton with the assist there. It was a good ball into the box from Drew. It's going to be a long afternoon, a very warm afternoon for Limeno, Georgia. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, 89 degrees. And it'll be a corner for Limeno, looking to battle back in quickly. And that 89 degrees is before we even get to the heat index and what you have on that pitch with that artificial surface. It'll be Nicolas Gutierrez who will give the outswinger. Here comes the outswinger. Headed away by UMA. Now, nice little back heel from Velez. Tried to div one in turn there as well was Stanton. UMA still with possession. They send it long, but nobody there. It's just going to go back to Medina. Good to see that with that collision between Medina and his defender, that nobody was injured. Bit of a miss pass there with Ferez and Villagomez, but still able to keep control. Now Ferez moves forward. Limeno needing to get back on the board quickly. Nice ball forward. Panagos not able to completely control it. UMA look to send it long. Headed, still in control is UMA. He's on frame, onside, lays it off. Tries a turn, shoot, and that one's deflected, but it will be a corner. Good little play there. That all comes from a nice ball forward from the UMA defense. You see here, he receives the ball, slots it across. He tries to put it on frame, and just a little bit of a touch there from the Limeno defender leads to the corner. It'll be an in-swinger. That one easily sent away by Limeno. Still have possession, just chests it down and runs with it. Limeno on the far side, looking to switch here to the near side, but that pass cut off. Be a throw for Limeno. Limeno really struggling on the offense, and it really has to come down to the squad coming late. Some of their normal starters not in the starting lineup due to some of the travel issues. It seems like they're just a little off together. Couple players in positions that they're not usually in, so trying to work down that far side. Gonna go back to Medina. Medina surveys the field, looking to come just over here to the near side. Villagomez comes over to Garibay. Garibay thought about long, elects to just go with the short pass down the line, but off the touch line and to go out for a throw for UMA. Again, if you're just turning into this UMA Limeno, Georgia match here on the UPSL Soccer Channel, part of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. It's UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Larry, we were bringing you all the sights and sounds here in Sill, Alabama at Russell County High School. Now, good ball into the box here, laid off, shot, and that one just pulled wide. And that quickly, UMA comes with the attack. It'll be a goal kick for Medina. First goal scored by Camilo Velez in the 7th minute. Follows up his brace in the 19th minute. collision from the defender and the goalkeeper for Limeno, Georgia allowed for the easy finish for Velez in that 19th minute. Be able to see some of the highlights at halftime. Come back here to Villagomez. He'll come over here to the near channel. Nice long ball, able to get it up to Panagos. Panagos slots it across and just put away by Aller. Center back doing his job quite well for UMA there. Headed forward, cut off by Limeno, still with possession. Makes the turn. And again, Velez putting on a clinic here in Seal, Alabama today. Velez again. He'll take the shot himself, but it right into the arms of Medina. And a foul committed there by UMA. And it looks like the center official, was considering to give a yellow there, but elects to just have a conversation with the UMA man. It'll be Villagomez to get us back underway. He sends a nice long ball, but it goes to naught as it does not go to a teammate, and UMA sends it forward. Velez slides it across to Stanton. Stanton puts it in the box, just enough of a touch from the Limeno man, but it goes right back into possession of UMA, deflected, but I believe they called offsides. Indeed they did. You see UMA's coach, Coach Andrew, up off the bench, directing traffic on his squad. Alan Medina gets us back underway here in the 29th minute. UMA cruising right now with the 2-0 lead. Having space to move forward. Try to get that pass right, but it goes right to Aller, and he heads it away. Come back here, back and forth. Nicholas Gutierrez with that ball forward. It'll get knocked out. Will be a throw for Limeno, Georgia. Throw in. Able to get it to Carlos Orta. He goes down. And stoppage of play there. Checking for a head injury. We'll take a look ourselves. See, as this comes in, yeah, just a collision of the two heads right there, as they were both trying to head it away. That'll allow for a hydration break, as with this warm May afternoon here in Seal, Alabama. Give us a chance to take a look around the league and see what we have going this weekend. We had one match yesterday. Georgia Athletic coming from behind late in stoppage time, winning 3-2 over FC Birmingham. Currently 2-0 here at Russell County High School. At 6:30 over at Marietta High School, Potros FC will be taking on Georgia Athletic SC. Take a look at next week on Saturday. Chock-a-block full of matches here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Georgia Athletic taking on Dalton United at 2 over at Discovery High School. FC Columbus Elite starts the doubleheader at Otis Spencer Stadium against this Limeno, Georgia at 3. FC Birmingham taking on Potros FC at 6. Fountain City FC will be the second of that doubleheader at 7 p.m. against Pachuca, Georgia. Next Sunday, we start June. SSL kicks off the doubleheader at the Charlie Jordan Field over at Shiloh Stadium. 5 o'clock taking on North Georgia United. 7:30, Kalonji Pro Profile takes on this UMAFC. And then at 7 o'clock, Albion SC Atlanta takes on Georgia Revolution. That gets you caught up on all the action here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Like I said, we come into today's match. Limeno's in second place. UMA is in seventh. 3 points for UMA would see them jump all the way up into a fight between Dalton, Georgia, both of them with 17 points. You see how so many teams here in the UPSL Georgia Conference so close on points. Only 1 point differing between first and fourth. Kalonji Pro Profile does have 2 games in hand as they had to take a few weeks off due to the loss of their starting goalkeeper who passed away, unfortunately. You look at North Georgia United in 8th place, tied with UMA, but only 1 point out is just about to get ready here in the first half after hydration break. We're in the 33rd minute. It's UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. And we did stop due to a head injury, so it'll be a drop ball to the UMA keeper, Schultes. Back underway. Just missed there, UMA. He had an opportunity. Just kind of came out of nowhere. You see here. Slides it across through the 2 defenders. He almost had that one on frame. Throw for Limeno here in the 37th minute. Excuse me, a foul. It's going to be a good opportunity for Limeno, Georgia. This one is about 33 yards, 34 yards out. See what Limeno, Georgia can do here. Hits it with his left, forward, headed. Schultes has control of that one. Good opportunity for Limeno, Georgia. Back underway. That one's knocked out. Be a throw quickly taken by UMA. And that one bounces to Medina, able to control it. There's a good tackle there from Limeno. One time, controlled, got it to Panagos. Panagos just a little too hard, and it was a little too high for Panagos. Went right off the top of his chest. Allowed Schultes to come out and win that ball. 39 minutes in, UMA holding on to this 2-0 lead. Both goals coming in the 7th and 19th minute from Camilo Velez. At the beginning of the broadcast, talked about the fact that UMA did not have their star striker, Tony Kim. But so far, Velez has taken over the response. Corner for UMA here in the 40th minute. It's a nice hitter in, but it was just wide and out for a goal kick. Limeno trying to work out of the back, coming through center circle. Nicholas Gutierrez receives the one-time pass back. Trying to get the second time, not able to do so. Cut down by UMA. Down the line on that far side. UMA looking to get past the defender. Hits the brakes. Coming into the box. Hits it! Great save there by Medina. Will be a corner for UMA. Take a look at it again here. You can see Medina having to come in critical here. Hits it with his right, and he saves that one. Great save by the Limeno, Georgia keeper. Have a player down over on the UMA side. It looks like that's Etienne who is down. Didn't see what happened. It must have been, it was off the ball. Trainer out there from UMA to help. Like I said, it is a scorcher of a day. 89 degrees with a 7-mile-an-hour wind. Summer is almost upon us. Feels like 98 degrees. You add in a few more digits down there on the pitch, and it is well over 100 degrees down there on that Russell County High School pitch. That's a Limeno trainer that's down there with the Limeno striker. Now the coach coming over. It is 16 weeks here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. 14 teams, 13 matches. I'll get it all set out. This UMA team has 3 more matches to remain of their season. They still have to play Kalanchi Pro Profile next week. They'll be home to Georgia Athletic, and then they will be away to FC Birmingham to finish out the season. Limeno, Georgia, they have 3 more matches after this. They'll be away to FC Columbus Elite, home to Albion SC Atlanta, and then away to Georgia Revolution FC. So both teams with teams at the top and the bottom of the table with the remaining matches in their season. See if they can continue to hold on to one of those top 8 spots and make it into the playoffs. Looks like we are going to have a substitution for Etienne. James Leon coming on for Limeno, Georgia. Remember, here in the UPSL conference, each team can have up to 7 substitutions per match. They do not have to be in specific windows of substitution. They can be throughout the match. So we're here in the 45th minute. I'm sure we're going to get a few extra minutes of stoppage time. It'll be a corner for UMA, and it'll be an in-swinger coming in from Velez. Here comes the in-swinger. Headed away, punched away, I believe, by Medina. James immediately putting on the afterburners. The newly entered striker. Leon is a very good striker, and it is going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time that we are going to see. 5 minutes of stoppage time.
Which will be kept on the field. 5 minutes of additional time.
Long ball sent forward. And Panagos is going to be called offsides. And you can see we have some UMA players that are just coming into the squad back there. I can see Diouf and kind of looks like Morales there, who had just come into frame. Like I said, it's a good 2.5 hours for this Limeno, Georgia squad to travel down here to Russell County High School. I would expect that we'll probably see Diouf in the second half. Xavier Diouf is one of their best midfielders for this Limeno, Georgia squad. Back to the defense, and he's going to go all the way back to Medina. A little slow, but able to clear it. Able to get it to Leon. Leon into the box. Thought about letting it go. Elects to swap sides. Comes over here to the near side, or to the far side. It'll be Gutierrez with a nice little flip in. But Schultes would have been offsides anyways. It's a good ball into the box from Nicolas Gutierrez, number 6. Fortunately, offsides. Leon trying to make an impact late in this first half. Good pass from Leon. Makes the turn is Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets the pass forward. He looks for the one return. Not able to get it. But still in control is Limeno. They're really trying to press here late. Monroy got that pass, but it was cut off for a second. Still able to get it over here to Orta. Luis Orta gets it to Leon. Leon's in the box again. Shot right into Schulte's. Schulte's having to work late in this first half. Aller will move forward. Wait for a moment before sliding it across. Good ball forward from UMA. Able to possess it. Nice square pass. Shot taken, and that one's going to be wide. That'll be a goal kick. No deflection on that one. Be a substitution. It looks like from, as Leon's already in, but look like a substitution for UMA. It'll be the end of the day. Look like the end of the day for DeYoy. Continues to try to find, probe, look for something. Is Limeno. We're getting close to the end of the stoppage time, extra time that was allotted. This halftime cannot come soon enough for Limeno, Georgia, to give them time to kind of assess their squad. Look to put out potentially several new players in that second half. Get out of this heat. Give an opportunity for UMA to look at what they need to do to hold on to this. And that is going to be the end. Well, no, there is going to be a yellow card for knocking that ball away. I believe that will go to Ferez in what will be the 50th minute. Got me a little excited there. I thought that was the end of the first half from the center official. Center official hadn't blown his whistle, so he wasn't ready for UMA to get back underway. Good ball forward for UMA. Deflected. Now that will officially be the end of the first half. A lot of action proceeding in this match. We will go into halftime with the score UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. 2 goals coming from Camilo Velez in the 7th and 19th minute. It'll give us time to step away, get some things back in order, give you a time to get a beverage and a snack, and come back for the second 45 here at Russell County High School. It's UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Welcome back to Russell County High School for this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action right here on the UPSL Soccer YouTube channel. It's UMAFC 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Larry Weaver bringing you all the action of today's matchup. First two goals scored for Camilo Velez, number 13 of UMA, in the 6th and 19th minute. Take a look at the fixtures here in week 13 of 16 in the UPSL Georgia Conference. 2-0 right now, UMA and Limeno, Georgia. 6:30 in just a few minutes. Kickoff for Potros FC and Georgia Athletic at 6:30 at Marietta High School. Have some shade from the clouds right now. It's still gone down. It's 80. Was 89 degrees. Now it's about 85 degrees. If we can see if that weather, there it goes. It does update 85 degrees. So it's dropped about 4 degrees with the clouds coming overhead, but it's still extremely warm down there. Take a moment to look at the referees for today's matchup. Thomas Brigman is our center official. Horatio Oliveira and Patrick Park are our ARs, and Michael Buchanan is our fourth official. It'll be Limeno, Georgia. It'll get us underway in the second half. They're in the blue and yellow striped kits. They're moving from left to right, and it is UMA that are in the black kits. They're moving from right to left. We come into today's matchup, like I said, in the first half. Limeno is in second place. UMA is in 7th. All trying to make it to the playoffs. And once you make it into the playoffs, all things change. Winner of the playoffs will get to represent the Georgia Conference in the UPSL National Playoffs. Have an opportunity to lift the national trophy in Irvine, California, and to be also get a nice chunk of change, a part of that $150,000 that is on the line in our national playoffs. Nice trophies along the way, including that large trophy winning the national championship. Have an opportunity to be seen worldwide and potential of your growth out of the UPSL system and to kick off your professional career, the likes of Jan Diamande, who was a part of AS Frenzy just a few seasons ago, now plays for CD Leganés in La Liga, scored his first professional goal recently for CD Leganés. Limeno trying to battle it. So it'll be a foul by UMA. Work through the back. In fact, Diouf did come on. Diouf being number 15 today. So some changes at halftime for Limeno. Some of those players that came late weren't a part of opening kickoff. UMA able to send it forward. Be knocked out. It'll be a throw for UMA. UMA send it over to the far side. That ball knocked out. It'll be a throw, quickly taken by Limeno. Limeno will send this one through center circle, able to control it. Good one-time back to him. Perez holds up. That ball nicked off of him. It'll be a throw for Limeno, Georgia. Not so many corners for today's matchup. Only one for Limeno so far. 4 for UMA. Couple stoppages in play in the first half for some injuries and for the hydration break. Expect another hydration break this second half. Back to Medina. Medina has to hit the brakes and recover quickly as he was being closed down by the UMA man. Good pass over here to the near side for Limeno. Back to Medina from Garibay. Garibay over here in open space will receive this pass. Garibay will send it long. Good pass forward, trying to get it to Eduardo Gutierrez. He'll throw it in quickly. Nice ball in, too. Shot taken, deflected off of the defender. That was good work there. Carlos Orta received that ball, that quick throw, and had an opportunity and just enough of a touch from the UMA defender. Keeps that one from touching the back of the net. Cut that pass off, does Limeno. Ferez. Diouf. Diouf will just send it back to Villagomez. He'll go over to his far side. Nice ball forward, cut off by UMA, but still in possession is Limeno. Panagos had to go back to Ferez. Ferez over to his teammate. He'll send it long, does Nicholas Orta, or Gutierrez, excuse me. Ferez will slide it across to Villagomez. Villagomez will send it long. Diouf heads it forward. Gets past the defender. Shot taken. Oh, and he just pulls that one wide. Does Monroe or Panagos. Panagos had an opportunity there. Got it through the defense. Take a look real quick. You can see as this ball comes in and Diouf puts a head on it, the defender misses it as he's trying to clear it. Panagos pulls it with his right because he had some daylight there on that far post. Medina now. Looking for somewhere to go. Elects to go to Garibay. Garibay comes down this near channel. Got it to Gutierrez. Eduardo's going to send it over. Switch a play over to the far side. Back into the box over here to Gutierrez. Eduardo puts it in. Cleared. Shot bouncing around Diouf. Oh, Diouf's pass is blocked by, or offsides. Diouf was called offsides. That was a really interesting little setup of play there from Limeno. Limeno looking to get back into this match early in the second half. Limeno, Georgia is a team that once they can get one on the board, they can quickly get two. And they can get back in this match in a hurry. Trading possession right now is UMA and Limeno. UMA come down with it. Collins tried to make the pass to Velez, but Velez had come inside and completely miscommunicated there. Now, Limeno looking to work down that far channel. Just enough of a touch on it. And that one will go out, and it will be a corner for Limeno. And it'll be Carlos Orta will come up to take this in swinger. Into the box, headed down by Diouf. Nice little chance by Diouf. He heads it down into the turf and back up, but it right into the hands of Schultes. Battle there between the two men, and it's going to be Ferez that is called for the foul. It's right on the edge of center circle. Aller will come up to send this one forward. It'll bounce through the defense. It'll roll out for a goal kick. And it'll be given to Medina. This Limeno, Georgia squad, they were a part of the Premier Division when it was created a few seasons back and then was relegated to Division I. We're down in Division I for a couple seasons, had to rebuild the squad. One promotion last fall back into the Premier Division and have looked really, really good at times. They've had a couple moments where they've stumbled. Today is one of those days where they've just looked off. They lost a few weeks back to Kalanji Pro Profile 6-3. And that was the last day for the Kalanji Pro Profile starting keeper, David Magala, who tragically passed away a few days later as the rain begins to fall here at Russell County High School. That will significantly take the temperature out of the air. Let's see how these players react to the change in weather and temperature. That one is going to get knocked out. Will be a throw for UMA. UMA will send it long. UMA continue to attack forward, but lose possession to Limeno. Limeno working around, but lose possession. Is going to be called for the foul. Foul by UMA. This one's about 45 yards out. Let's see if Limeno can put a nice ball into the box. Make it interesting. Here comes the left swinger. Diouf will head it. This one bouncing. Good touch there by the Limeno man to control it. He sends it forward to Gutierrez. Gutierrez swap it across. Head! Oh, that one had an opportunity. What a really good setup of play there for Limeno, Georgia. We'll take a look at it again really quick. You can see here as they come across here, and it is Eduardo Gutierrez's ball, and it gets through, and it's a beautiful header. It's just not on frame. And Schultes hits the dirt as the turf has really gotten slick. And it was Morales, number 10, who had that beautiful header. Diouf loses possession. Sent forward by UMA, cut off. Center circle now. Gutierrez. Gutierrez again. He'll send a nice ball forward. Deflected. Eduardo gets there, but just not enough, and he'll be knocked out. Able to keep it into Schultes. It'll be still in play, still live, thrown out to forward, cleared. Good ball forward, and that should have been a handball. Still able to keep it in. He tries to pass it back behind his teammate. Limeno wanted a handball there, as you could clearly see that it hit the upper arm of the UMA attacker. Wasn't called. It was out of the line of sight of the AR on the far side and behind and well in front of the center official, but the result still comes out to be the same. Back underway. Nice ball forward from Limeno. And Morales will be called for the foul for just trying to push the UMA player and force the ball out for a throw. Just have a talking to from the center official. The rain has subsided for now. Substitutions are being brought in for UMA. Number 22, Bryant, will come on. He will replace the goal scorer, Velez. Velez getting the brace in the first half, giving UMA this lead. Limeno begin another attack. As you can see, substitutions coming to center line for the fourth official. Diouf through center circle. Good pass forward, trying to get it to Morales, but that one just a little too far for Morales to get to. Out for a throw. And it'll be two substitutions. Alejandre and Marquez will be coming on. '63rd minute. UMAFC 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Week 13 of 16 in the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. Gets around the defender. Still ball in play. UMA lays it off. Deflected again. Saved by Medina. UMA looking to catch Limeno off with all of the changes that just made. See the Rain trying to decide if it wants to continue or not. Limeno back underway. Working down the far line is Limeno, Georgia. Being shielded by the defenders, going to get called for the push. Looking at the radar, just a small little cell is just going by. Could be a couple little stray showers here and there for the remainder of this second half. As rain is starting to enter in the southeast region of the U.S. Could see some rain in the second match, or the last match of this Sunday campaign in the UPSL Georgia Conference. That Potros FC match should see maybe some sporadic rain up there in Marietta High School, as we're expecting some thunderstorms in the area this evening. Nice long throw in from UMA, grabbed by Medina. Now, Alejandre, he'll go back and receive a one-time pass back to him. It gets nicked off. It'll go out for a throw. Coming off of Holstrom. Thrown back in. Over to the far side. Morales. He'll receive a foul. Morales really bringing up the Limeno attack since coming on. Trying to put his team on his back and get them into the goal-scoring column. Have a player down for UMA. That ball is knocked out. Stop and go back to the player that's down. Foul, or the injury comes off the ball, so I didn't see where it happened. Trainer is being called. And it is number 20, Fletcher Clifford, the captain, who went down. He's back up. Or I should say he is not wearing the captain's band today. Usually he does. I can see the captain's band is on Allard today. Both of those center backs holding down that defense for UMA this season. They're going to give a drop ball for UMA. UMA will send it long just to get everything back underway. Throw for UMA. Good throw forward, able to get it to a teammate. Good ball across, but a little too far. And that one will roll out. That'll be a throw for Limeno. Deep in their third. Working down the far line, Diouf now. He'll give it to his partner in the midfield, loses it. Now an opportunity for UMA. Foot save there by Medina. It's still bouncing around in the box. Finally, relieve the pressure does Limeno, Georgia. Villa Gomez able to get the ball out of the box and down a few yards before turning around, passing it back. Now working down the near side does Diouf. He lays it off to Panagos. Panagos slots it across. Not able to get it to Morales. Deflected by UMA. UMA on the counter. Lose possession. Another attack coming from Limeno, Georgia. Thought about sending it long. Elects to hit the brakes. Pass it back. That pass didn't get to a teammate. It'll roll out for a throw for UMA. And a hydration break will be called here in the 70th minute. We go into this hydration break. It is still UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Both goals coming in the first half from number 13, Camilo Velez, in the 6th minute and in the 19th minute. Again, this is week 13 of 16 in the UPSL Georgia Conference. And we have these two matches and then one more. Potros FC taking on Georgia Athletic SC at 6:30 over at Marietta High School. Next week, week 14, we have a slew of matches. On Saturday, May 31st, Georgia Athletic will be home to Dalton United FC. FC Columbus Elite will start the doubleheader at Otis Spencer Stadium at 3 o'clock, taking on this Limeno, Georgia squad. At 6 o'clock in Alabama, FC Birmingham taking on Potros FC at 6. The second part of that doubleheader down at Otis Spencer Stadium, Fountain City FC taking on Pachuca, Georgia at 7. Sunday, June 1st. This starts the end of this run here in the spring season. SSLFC, they will start the doubleheader at Shiloh High School, 5 o'clock, taking on North Georgia United. Albion SC Atlanta will be home to Georgia Revolution at 7. And the second half of that doubleheader, Kalanji Pro Profile taking on this UMA FC. So UMA will have to travel that distance, almost similar to what Limeno had to do today, that 2.5 hours up to Snellville, Georgia, to take on Kalanji Pro Profile. Again, you look at the leaderboard as it stands right now. Limeno, Georgia, without points, will remain in second place until we find out what happens between that Potros and Georgia Athletic. UMA, they're currently sitting in 7th place. They'll move up to 6th, and we'll see what happens with, they'll be tied with Dalton United. Remember, here in the UPSL Conference, the first tiebreaker this season is head-to-head competition. With the fact that Dalton United defeated UMA 3-2 3 weeks ago, that'll keep Dalton United one step above UMA. So UMA will only go up to 6th place, but that'll only be temporary until we know what happens between Potros and Georgia Athletic. That'll get you all caught up on where we stand table-wise. Limeno, Georgia. Get it to center circle. Elect to go back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez will send it here to the near side. Alejandre will go back and receive it right back. He'll pass it to Diouf. Diouf, go over to the far side. Receives it back. Good ball forward. He'll swap to the near side. It'll be Nicholas Gutierrez. He'll come centrally. He'll get it right back. He'll give it to Morales. Nice long ball forward, trying to get it there. Still in the air. Schultes comes up and grabs it. Player down for Limeno. Another off the ball injury. Let's see if we can see who that is. Looks like it was number 7, Panagos, who was down. I can't confirm until we can see the jersey number. Now that is number 2, Luis Orta, who is down. Looks like he may have just got stomped on. As these boots that the players wear these days get thinner and thinner. And you can feel the effect of those cleats and studs going right into the top of your boot. And into those metatarsals. Get back underway. Drop ball to UMA. Schultes will send this long. Bouncing into possession of Limeno, Georgia. We're in the 76th minute here at Russell County High School. It is UMA 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Limeno needing to find a path into the back of the net to get back into this match. Started to increase the pressure early in this second half, but have started to lose continuity in these last few minutes. That'll be knocked out. It'll be a throw for Limeno. Passed forward. Gutierrez over to the far side. He'll get it right back. Gutierrez goes down, but he's still in possession. Some of these players dealing with this wet pitch, losing footing. Makes the turn, does Collins. He sends a ball forward. Nobody there, but able to get there in time was Bryant. It's still in, but see right there, he loses his footing and goes down. A little bit of a nutmeg there for Limeno. Long ball down the far channel, cleared away by UMA. Gutierrez gives it to Villagomez. Villagomez will turn, and he'll come over here to his partner, Gutierrez. Eduardo will move forward. Eduardo's going to send this one long. Headed straight up into the air, but going to try to win it was Panagos. But that one was just a little too far for him to win the header. That ball bounced off of Diouf. It finds its way into possession of Limeno. Missed that first attempt. Able to get the second one. Going to come down here to the near side. Won by Slay. But Diouf now with Limeno. He's double teamed. He'll have to lay it off. Good pass over here to the near side in space. Allow some opportunity for Limeno to attack forward. Another pretty ball forward. That one loses footing again. UMA will come away with it, but they'll knock it out. It will be a throw. Substitution. Limeno with one, as well as UMA. It'll be Tika coming on for UMA, and it will be De La Spada coming on for Limeno, Georgia. See if Espada can spark some attack for Limeno in these last 10 minutes. Back underway. That one going back to center circle and sent forward by Eduardo to the newly entered Espada. Espada's going to send it long. Touched. Nice little pass over here to the near side. And Leon sees that out. Leon has really made an impact for Limeno. He just hasn't gotten that last third completely together, as he's been a nuisance for UMA. He just hasn't got it all completely packaged together. It'd be a throw for UMA, taken by Stanton. Throw in for UMA, bouncing around in midfield. There'll be a foul committed. It'll be a UMA throw. Center official thought a minute how he wanted to call that. Elected to call it on the Limeno man, because it did look like the Limeno man was the aggressor in that takedown. Allow UMA to move numbers forward. Aller directing traffic. Here comes a long ball for UMA. Headed away by Espada. Gets to Orta. Orta. And that one's going to be called. I believe it's for the handball. Center official wants that ball to be fully stopped before he lets the play move on. Limeno standing over that Voigt ball. Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UMA, and of the UPSL, excuse me, UMA with a substitution. Adam coming on, number 26. Espada with control of the ball. Looking for somewhere to go. He'll go long down this near channel, trying to get it to Leon. Leon's able to touch it. He slots it across. Just nobody there for him, and they'll knock it out. It'll be a corner. That was a really good opportunity for Limeno there. Good ball forward from Espada. Leon with a nice one-time across the box. Unfortunately, nobody there on that back post, and allow UMA to just knock it out. Morales will come up and do this in swinger. Here comes the in-swinger. But right into the clutches of Schultes. We're in the 84th minute. We'll see how much stoppage time we'll get. We've had a few stops for some injuries and, of course, subs in the second half. We haven't had, and, of course, the hydration break as well to make the trifecta. We haven't had any goals this second half. That one will be blasted out, and it will be a throw. Espada now. He'll send another long ball. It gets deflected. Center official wants Espada to go back a few yards before completing that throw in. He's able to do so, and we're back underway. Morales will go over to the far side. Gets around the first UMA man. He's moving forward. Can't get that pass right. Deflected off of him and out for a throw. Luis Orta looking to get some motion in the right direction for Limeno. Got around that first man, but the ball was a little too far in front of him and didn't get that second one correct. UMA will be fouled there by Diouf. Getting ready to get us back on our way. Fletcher Clifford sends a nice long ball forward. Headed away and out by Espada. Be a throw for UMA down in Limeno's final third. It'll be Tika with a nice throw in, but headed away by Limeno. Still in play. Nice acrobatic ball forward from the UMA man. And a foul will be called there on Panagus. As he just bumped the Limeno man down, or the UMA man down. I believe that was Stanton who went down. This one will be about 34 yards out. Towards the box, bouncing through and out for a goal kick. Another substitution coming on for UMA. This will be number 29, Adedeja, who will be coming on. Adedeja will take over the responsibilities on the attack. Limeno bring it over to Espada. Espada will elect to go back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez will square past that over to Villagomez. Villagomez will go to Morales. Morales will send a nice ball forward. Not completely under control, but finally does and gets it to Espada. Espada trying to get it to Morales. Not the best of passes. Loses it. Wins it back. And is going to get the foul called for him. Adedeja, I believe, called for that one. Time ticking away on Limeno, Georgia, and their potential to get back into this match. 88th minute. Morales will send it long into the box, grabbed by Schultes over a crowd. He'll go down just to kill a few seconds off the clock. 2 minutes to go, plus whatever stoppage time we will receive. We'll see it on the board. Sent long from Schultes, bouncing, headed back to Medina. Medina will just roll it back to Villagomez. Villagomez will go over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez, he has plenty of space to move forward. He'll send a nice ball down to Leon. Leon starting to be closed down. He worked down around the first man, couldn't work around the second, but gets back to Diouf. Diouf will go back to Orta. Orta will get the pass forward. He'll get it back from Diouf, comes over here to Morales. Morales not able to get past the UMA man, fighting to get the ball back. Still can't get there. It'll be called for the foul. We start the 90th minute here at Russell County High School. UMA holding on to this 2-0 lead. Make it one step higher in the playoff bracket. Make their way to 6th place. Step over Georgia Athletic, who will compete here in just a few minutes to take on Potros FC. Panagos lays it off. Ball sent long. Not going to be able to get there. Knocked out will be a throw. Good throw in for UMA, but headed right back out. They'll do it again. And do so. Go down. It'll be 6 minutes of added time. 6 minutes of time as we end this campaign in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Diouf will send this one back to Villagomez. He'll come back over here to Gutierrez. Gutierrez going forward, gives it to Espada. Espada gives it to Leon. Leon cannot control it. Knocked out. It'll be a throw. Coach Andrew will run that ball down. Thrown in by Titka. Loses Espada, Leon to Diouf, but Diouf cannot control it. Won it back though. Trying to get that one threaded through to Leon. Tika just able to send it away. Be a throw. Bouncing around, still in possession of Limeno. And Espada will win a corner late in this campaign. Morales. This will be an out swinger. And you can, here comes the in swinger in, cleared away. Leon. Work around one man, work around the second man, cannot get around the third. No foul is called. Panagos wins it back. That's going to be a foul. And you can see both teams with players getting ready. There's going to be a Division I matchup after this matchup between both of these teams. So the UMA FC 2 taking on Limeno Georgia 3 in Division I action here in just a few minutes. They'll kick off at 7 o'clock. So in about an hour, there'll be more action here at Russell County High School. Tia with a throw in. Trying to control it, able to get around there and moving forward. What a ball forward for UMA. Are they trying to put the nail in the coffin? Saved by Medina. Bryant almost just finished this and sent Limeno home with an absolutely exquisite ball forward. We take a look at this again. Receive the ball in center circle, and this is just exquisite ball to Bryant. Bryant not able to get it completely out from underneath of him, and a great save by Medina. Being one last substitution for UMA allows Insidious to come on for about 90 seconds. That Yamane pass forward to Bryant was just a thing of beauty. No, it is going to be a goal kick. At first the AR said corner, but he did reflect it and say no, it was a goal kick. Leon now. That one's going to be nicked away. It'll be another throw. So we have about 90 seconds to go. Espada will complete the throw into Diouf. He'll get it right back. Try to switch play. That one will be headed off of the UMA man and into the Limeno man for a throw for UMA. UMA will look to throw this long. Just about a minute to go, plus discretionary time from the center official. Limeno just not able to get anything together today. Have really struggled here at Russell County High School. They will lick their wounds and head back to Norcross, Georgia, and get prepared for next week. See if they can see out this season, as they still have 3 matches left. And then after that, everything gets reset for the playoffs. Great shot there by Diouf. And we have a player down for UMA. Looks like he was motioning to his boot. You see here, this ball gets to Diouf, and Diouf just takes a crack at it. He doesn't miss by much. Good pace on that ball. Coach Andrew wants the ball forward from Schultes. He complies. Like I said, this UMA squad, like this Limeno squad, they're not happy with where they're at on the table. They want to continue to fight forward. They will battle for every single point and every single type. And that is going to do it here at Seal, Alabama at Russell County High School. It will end UMA FC 2, Limeno, Georgia 0. Good critical win for UMA. It will get them to move up to 6th place with 17 points, tied with Dalton United. They will step over Georgia Athletic into 6th place. Georgia Athletic will take on Potros FC in just about 30 minutes over at Marietta High School. Again, we look at next week. You see that Georgia Athletic home to Dalton United. FC Columbus Elite takes on this Limeno, Georgia. Limeno, Georgia needing to recover and get some points on the board next week. FC Birmingham, Potros FC at 6. Fountain City FC and Pachuca, Georgia at 7. Sunday, SSL taking on North Georgia United, Albion SC Atlanta taking on Georgia Revolution, and we end next week, Kalanji Pro Profile and this UMA squad. Can they continue the winning ways and see themselves into the playoffs? That'll do it for us here at Russell County High School. I've been Larry Weaver, part of ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe here at the UPSL Soccer main channel. We'll see you next time here UPSL.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.